Hey, are you even listening to me? We're talking about our daughter's future for her senior year, but my husband is just staring at his phone. I'm talking about something important here, shut up. If she wants to go to college, she'll have to pay for it herself. I don't have money to give to a daughter who can't even take care of her own grandmother. What does he mean by that? I wondered, looking at my husband Dave's phone. I saw something shocking on the screen. Dave and I have been married for 18 years. Our daughter Anna is a sophomore in high school. I was having a good meal. Make sure to clean up your plate, I reminded Anna. Okay, Mom. Aren't exams coming up soon? I asked. Yeah, I'm studying for them now, Anna replied. You should start thinking about your future career, too. I know, Mom. It was that time of year when I started worrying about Anna's future career, but I felt relieved that she was doing well. Our family of 3 was living peacefully together. But there was one thing that worried me, my mother-in-law, Judy. My own mother passed away soon after Dave and I got married. At her funeral, Judy said something really rude. You're my son's wife now, so don't cry about something like this, Judy said. How can you say that? I thought. The reason my mom died so young was because of her bad habits, she added, making fun of my mother. I was shocked and hurt by her insensitivity. That's really inappropriate. If you're going to talk like that, leave, I told her. Dave was angry with his mother, but I couldn't even respond because I was so stunned. Since then, we've had no contact with Dave's family, and I haven't seen my in-laws. Judy's behavior was terrible, but over time I felt my anger fade. We hadn't completely cut ties, but I wasn't sure if it was okay for us to keep avoiding them. After all, they're Anna's grandparents. After some time, I started thinking more about Judy and our situation. Then, I got the news that my father-in-law had passed away. Since he was Dave's father, we went to the funeral. Judy was there, crying. I hadn't seen her in a long time, and she looked smaller and weaker. It seemed like she was truly grieving the loss of her husband. A few days later, Dave went to his parents' house to take care of funeral and inheritance matters. When he came home, he suggested that we move in with Judy. Mom is the only one left at the house now, and she seems really depressed, he said. I imagined Judy crying alone without my father-in-law. She must have been feeling very lonely, so I understood why Dave was worried about her. Okay, I agreed. I thought it would be good to help Judy, so we decided to move into her house. However, once we moved in, things started to change. I'm looking forward to living with you, Judy, I said, trying to be supportive. But Judy's attitude was different. You haven't done anything great as a wife. Now you should work hard to make up for it, she said. Now, make me some tea. Can't you see I'm depressed? You should be more considerate. Her words shocked me. I agreed to move in because I thought she was lonely, but her attitude was harsh. Both Dave and I worked, but Dave left all the house chores to me. Hey, is dinner ready? He asked when he got home from work. You're such a bad wife, ignoring your responsibilities at home, he said, disappointed. Why does she always complain about me? I thought. Judy started blaming Anna too. Hey, go fold the laundry, she told Anna. I'm studying right now, Anna replied. What a useless girl, just like your mother, Judy said. Girls should help around the house, not just study. You're so annoying, Anna snapped back. She was going through an awkward phase, so she started rebelling against Judy. Studying is useless. Doing chores is more important, Judy argued. You're so annoying, Anna muttered. Judy's relationship with Anna kept getting worse. I started to regret our decision to live with her and wondered why I had agreed in the first place. Meanwhile, Dave seemed to be getting influenced by Judy's way of thinking. When Dave came home, Judy would greet him in a way that showed she was starting to control him. Welcome home, honey, she said. Let me take your jacket and bag. You should sit and relax. Thanks, Dave replied, enjoying the attention. Judy would then say, it's actually the wife's job to serve her husband. I wanted to teach Clara everything I would do as a wife, but it was hard because she didn't seem interested or take me seriously. When Judy lies and cries, Dave always defends her and doesn't listen to me or Anna. Clara and Anna are always bothering me. Please do something about it, sweetie, Judy would complain. You're disgusting, harassing my own mother, Dave would say to me. I've never bothered her. I'd reply. She always messes up my laundry, and it's terrible what she does to me. Stop lying. Judy would shout. You're not being a good wife at all. Grandmother's lying, and all you do is take her side, Dave would yell. Stop butting in. I was getting frustrated. I'm only able to live this life because of me. Don't you realize that? Believing Judy's lies, Dave started swearing at me and Anna. This continued, and over time, Anna became a senior in high school. One day, it was time for Anna's parent-teacher conference. I always went to the conferences and told Dave about them. This time, after dinner, we were talking about it in the living room. Anna was considering going to college. I've narrowed it down to a few colleges with the program I want, Anna said. Her teacher told her that one of the colleges she was looking at was a good choice. Hey, are you even listening to me? I asked Dave, but he was just staring at his phone. He wasn't paying attention at all. He didn't seem interested in what I was saying, just like last year. I'm talking about something important here, I said. Shut up, Dave replied. If she wants to go to college, she has to pay for it herself. I don't have money for a stupid daughter who can't even take care of her own grandmother. I was shocked and rolled my eyes at him. What does he mean by stupid? I don't have any money of my own. You're being so irresponsible, Dad. You're just like your mother. I wonder how she raised you, Dave snapped at Anna. That's enough. Anna shouted back at him. You have the nerve to depend on me for money and call me selfish. Judy joined in with Dave. If the mother's not good enough, the daughter won't be either. A daughter who doesn't know her place doesn't deserve anything. Exactly, Dave agreed. Why should I pay for a selfish daughter? I couldn't take it anymore. How could they say such things about Anna when we'd been saving for her college? If you're going to be this rude about money, fine, I said, frustrated. I'm getting a divorce. Dave scoffed. You think you can afford Anna's college fees on your own? You're an idiot. If you want a divorce, go ahead, he said, not caring at all. Dave yelled at me, looking down on me. I don't want a useless wife who can't take care of her own husband's family. And I don't want a stupid daughter who's been raised by such an idiot wife. The savings we've made together will be for my family, mainly my mother, so don't even think about using it. I answered calmly, I see. Well, I hope you live in a world where your arrogance is tolerated. Dave yelled at me more, but I didn't flinch. I turned to Anna and said, don't worry about the money, just follow me. Anna, confused by everything that had happened, stayed silent. You're going to go to your father and cry to him, aren't you? He's probably annoyed at you for depending on him at your age, I continued. But I guess it can't be helped since he raised you to be his idiot daughter. I paused and then added, you get angry when people speak badly about your family, but you speak horribly about others. You're so contradictory. Anna seemed to realize something when I said that. Let's go now, Anna. Yeah, I'll follow you, Mom. So, Anna and I left my parents-in-law's house and decided to stay at my parents' house for a while. A few days later, I asked my lawyer to begin the divorce process and sent a certified letter to Dave. A few days after that, Dave showed up at my parents' house. What are you doing here? I asked. He immediately apologized, looking foolish. I'm sorry. I don't want a divorce. Please come home. I had already noticed that the savings we had made together were disappearing. When I asked the credit card agency to do a background check, I found out that Dave had been spending money at a club with hostesses. He had secretly been preparing for a divorce. It turned out that Dave had been one of the customers at the club that the hostesses didn't want to deal with. He had even proposed to one of the club hostesses, saying, I'm going to divorce my wife, so marry me. When she rejected him, Dave wasn't satisfied and kept pursuing her. Eventually, he was banned from the club for his behavior, and she blocked him on all contact platforms. But Dave didn't give up. He waited near the club, still begging her to listen to him, but she coldly rejected him. His colleagues at work noticed his behavior, and soon he was shunned within his company. When his boss found out about his actions, he was called in for questioning. I heard you've been stalking a club hostess, his boss said. I'm not impressed with that kind of behavior. Dave insisted, I'm serious about this relationship. I want to marry her. I really love her. The boss responded, I understand your feelings, but I'm not sure she feels the same way. I'll make her understand if I talk to her, Dave replied. The boss was confused. But don't you have a wife and daughter? My wife and I are divorcing, Dave said. Both my wife and daughter are annoying. They even have the nerve to talk about going to college. The hostess is a much better woman than my selfish wife and daughter. Dave explained to his boss about the events leading up to the divorce, but his boss was shocked by Dave's shallow arguments. What are you thinking? His boss asked. As a husband, you should be considering your wife's feelings. Did you even listen to her? You only listen to your mother. You should be listening to your wife, too. And you're not taking your daughter's college plans seriously while you're chasing after another woman. How could you think what you're doing is okay as a father? Cool your head. Dave looked shaken after being confronted, and soon after, he was demoted and given a pay cut at work. I sent him a letter demanding a divorce and custody of Anna, along with a division of property. I also asked for the money he spent on the club to be part of the alimony. Dave immediately apologized, saying, "I'm really sorry. I was wrong. Let's start over." I responded, "Even if we don't get divorced, you still have to pay the money you spent behind my back." Dave was surprised. I knew he didn't really want to pay, he didn't genuinely want us back. I sighed in disgust and said, "I can never get back together with someone like you. You've treated Anna and me terribly, deciding our future based on your selfish desires. You're only playing around with young girls." I refused to get back together with him for good. Then, my daughter Anna appeared from the back of the house. She looked at Dave coldly. "I'm really sorry," Dave said. "I'll be a good father to you. Let's start over." Anna snapped, "Do you even realize what I've been going through these past few months? If you think one simple apology can fix things, you're being foolish. Just because I'm in high school doesn't mean you can look down on me. A father who ruins his daughter's future while paying for young women's company is gross and creepy." Dave was stunned by Anna's complete rejection. His shoulders slumped, and he left. Soon after, Dave fell into depression. He couldn't tell the difference between reality and his fantasies. He was also rejected by the hostess at the club. Finally, Dave gave up trying to win me back. He started paying the money I had claimed from him, including the money he spent at the club and the alimony. He covered it with the inheritance from my ex-father-in-law, but it wasn't enough, so he paid the rest in installments. The monthly alimony and child support were tough for Dave, especially after his pay cut. A while after the divorce, Judy visited me at my parents' house. "You've made my life difficult," she shouted at me. "I forgive you, so you should forgive my son and come back home." I was fed up with my selfish mother-in-law, who always looked down on me. I called Dave, and he rushed over to pick Judy up. "What are you doing, Mom?" he asked, frustrated. "I'm telling your stubborn wife to get her act together," Judy yelled. "I'm not his wife anymore," I replied calmly. "I have a record of everything you've said to me. If you want, I can file a claim for alimony." Judy got angry. "How dare you talk to me like that?" But Dave finally lost his temper with his mother. He got so angry that he had Judy placed in an institution. With the alimony, child support, and facility payments, Dave's life became very tight financially. He had to do all the housework by himself and was living a lonely life. Meanwhile, Anna and I were living peacefully at my parents' house. Anna was working hard to pass the college entrance exams, despite everything that had happened. One evening, I brought Anna dinner. "Why don't you take a break?" I asked. "Thanks, Mom. I was getting a little hungry," Anna replied. "I'll eat now." I smiled at her. "You're working hard, but don't push yourself too much." Anna looked at me and said, "I'm my mother's daughter. I won't be unlucky with men like you. I'll do my best to become independent and live on my own, without depending on anyone." I laughed lightly. "I'm proud of you, Anna. If you're working hard to follow your path, I'll support you. I just want you to be happy more than anything else."